back to another episode of MineZ. Today, we're doing a second top 10 video. So, thank you guys for the support on the last one. It did way better than expected. I just kind of threw a whole bunch of clips together and, okay, it turns out people like that. So, today I'm trying something a little bit different. We're going to do the top 10 least visited locations in MineZ, in my opinion. Alright, so we're going to narrow it down a bit. What I'm looking for the town is that it must be one of these blue names. So that means things like, whoa, let's zoom out here a bit. Desert Castle, for example, would not be considered part of my locations, because this would have hundreds of mini locations, like Mini Lake, Ruins, Bazaar, Ruins, and that's just too much. So I'm considering things like Anti-Zombie Fortress, Yopton, Lost Castle, anything with a blue name that you can basically see when you zoom out on the map like this. Some honorable mentions that didn't make the list, but, maybe some people thought could totally make the list. Some of them being the Shire, right? The Shire over here, that's a pretty cool one. We have Treetop Forest is actually considered to be a minor location, so I couldn't include it in my list as much as I wanted to. Kari is another one. Purple Sunshine Abode, one that I really wanted to include, but again was a minor location. Fort Forthwind and Fort Rockwood, I feel that although they're not very visited, you still run into them a lot if you take an eastern route. So coming up from this side here, going up to Peleus, and then let's say go to Meteor Crater, or yeah, that's about the only reason you would head up there unless you want to go up to Agni. But yeah, Klars was another one. That's a new location. Some people even thought like, oh man, I'm the first to discover this, but it's kind of there. So that's another honorable mention. But anyway, why don't we get right into things here? And we're going to start things off strong with number 10, Aurora. Alright, so here we are at Aurora, everybody. This, to me, was a real disappointment that I had to put this on my list, but I don't know of anybody that ever comes to gear at Aurora. Aurora? I don't really know. I love this town. It honestly, to me, is, like, in my opinion, one of the best towns in MineZ, just because of how overall, or how all around this town is. You have a potions chest, you have like a church, it has food chests, military chests, water, and a crafting table. And brewing stands, I believe. So, I don't know what more you could ask from a town. Okay. Alright, nice. Iron boots, I don't need those. I don't know what those do. But another cool thing about this town is that it was built by Whole Milk, Nick Ski Bike, and somebody else I know I'm forgetting. You get a cool little parkour thing. Practice your parkour skills, which I clearly have too many of, so can't do this parkour. Okay, so when you get over to here, you go woo, and then you grab one of the vines, come up here. Secret hidden chest with nothing here. Woo! Lore block? Lore block. Yeah. Day one. This is what I've always planned for. I knew that one day the fools above would end up messing something up. It's good that I've always worked to hoard all these materials now I need down here. Now I just have to wait. Oh my goodness, 10 pages? Holy smokes. It is time for me to leave this log behind to a person that finds this log. This cave provides everything that a person needs except for maybe other people. Make some friends. See? Even the traveler guy knows. He's like, hey, you know what? This has literally everything you'll ever need. Ever. But yeah, that's it for Aurora. So guys, we're going to go on to the next town. Number 9, Devil's Castle. Alright, so Devil's Castle. Let's take a look here. Boom. Oh, you saw those skills. Devil's Castle isn't that bad. Let's be honest here, it's not. I know before update, it was alright. Like, I would come here, maybe get some iron, and then leave. Definitely not a place that you want to farm at, so it's kind of more like a pit stop, which is why it's on my top 10 list. Devil's Castle, for some reason, the chests in here take forever to respawn. But it has a lot of everything. You have food chests that spawn in this kitchen. Yep. Food chest is fun in this kitchen. You have like a chest over here in this like archery range looking thing with these spooky, scary guys that wave to you. They're like, hey. There's a lot of just kind of random stuff you find in the walls of Devil's Castle, so that's kind of interesting as well. So there's no reason to come here unless you're kind of running up the ice river and you really need extra gear other than where you're going, because there are definitely better places to gear than Devil's Castle. You got a chest up here, which is supposed to be good, and it's not bad. You could technically fall down, where is it? Right there on that vine, so let's try it. Oh yeah, I'm a pro skill. Okay. Devil's Castle also has this pretty cool place in here that you guys can check out. The dungeons. Yeah, this guy. And no, it's not a real dungeon. Although having a dungeon at Devil's Castle would be really wicked cool. But basically you just hop on over here, kill a bunch of zombies, follow this like blood trail thing, and you can put a button right here. It just goes down a little shaft area, and you get like one, I think, maybe two chests. But like I said, Devil's Castle is actually really good and not visited as much as it should be. As you can see here, we get some, okay, I was going to say food chests, but that is not the case. I think it's some mill somethings. Yep, you know, mill somethings. This is the food chest. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, we'll take that. And more food chests over here. So that's it for Devil's Castle, folks. Hope you enjoyed, as always. And we will check you all at the next location.
Coming in at number 8, Grimdale Farm.
Alright, so here we are at Grimdale Farm, everybody. This made my top 10 list because, well, I've never been here. So I don't know how many people actually come here or whether or not this is like a real hotspot or not, but I know for a fact that I've been playing for almost 2 years and I still haven't been to here. There are a few chests which are cool food chests, but realistically, if you wanted to get food, why wouldn't you just go to Grimdale, right? So that's my reasoning behind this. It says on the wiki that people come here often, and I don't really think that's the case. I think there's a couple chests in here. So you got your food, because it's a farm. It's more food. And you got your crafting table, and these two heads, which I don't know are supposed to be retextured or not, but they're there. Other than that, come upstairs, you got this headquarters kind of place with more food, which is kind of a disappointment. But I guess we're on to the next location. These scarecrows do nothing. And yeah, so again, this is kind of like a useless town. Realistically, you don't ever need to go here since Grimdale is really close. But you should really check it out because it's got flowers or something.
Number 7, Pirate Ship.
Alright, me mateys. So we're at the pirate ship. That was a really bad accent, but it's okay. I tried. So I've never been here before, and this is why this location makes my top 10. Theoretically, we're in pigment territory, so I don't know what anything does. So I think this is a cooler version of Ghost Ship. Ooh, found it. See? See? Told you it wasn't mine. Got the achievement. So it appears we have 2 chests in the basement of the ship. Don't ask me what a basement of a ship is in pirate speak. I don't remember the boat part of it. Oh, there's a mast. Okay. See? I got that word right. So yeah, the reason I don't think this place is very visited, or why it made my top 10, was cause is that a thing? Yeah, let's throw these on. Ooh, nice. Okay. The reason why this made my top 10 was cause, like, I don't know, pirate ship it's pretty good. Like, I got an iron chest plate, but like, again, it's the common theme here is there are better places I could be going to get food and gear than pirate ship, right? If there's a better place, why would I bother going here? Can I make that? I don't want. Do I? Alright, let's take this risk. Oh, I did not sprint. Okay. Don't worry, we're fine. Even with the FF4s, I'm pretty sure I would have died. So, I mean, like, if you're passing by it, say hello. Why not? Why not? Give it a little hip hey, pirate ship, and then pretend you're a pirate. On to the next town.
Number 6, Stillwater Moat.
Alright, so Stillwater Moat is definitely a place. That's pretty cool. What it has that is unique is a spot with a button and 4 or 5 military rare chests. The reasons why Stillwater Moat may not be visited is for a few reasons. One, the good chest that you have to access in that tower over there is accessed only by a button. So if you have a button, would you really come to Stillwater Moat, or would you go to somewhere like Outpost Adara? Now, sometimes in this house place building, you can actually get a zombie to step onto that plate, which will allow you to get in. I did not bring a button because I'm really lazy, and I was like, no. I've also heard that on the east side or something, you can actually get the chest that's in here via, nice, climbing these vines. So let's try and do that. Oh yeah, would you look at that? Oh yeah. That's kind of the inside. Oh. And there you go, that's how you get the chest on the inside. Ah, nice. Okay, so that's a plus. I would definitely, if I were you guys, recommend visiting Stillwater Moat because of these small little perks. Like I said, it has a couple military chests, so if you're feeling like, hey, I want to go up north, and I like to spawn in the swamp, you see, that's that's another big problem with Stillwater Moat, is if you look at the location, let's look at the location, it's kind of like right here, and unless you're going to Castle Bysford or Sunken Library, there's real no point to spawn in the west, which has always been a problem. So spawning west and coming all the way up is really kind of a problem, and something that a reason why Exelesco, Somnia, Carnival Town, all these places are never visited. Other than that, I think we're going to go on to the next location, and that is all.
Number 5, Logging Camp.
Now this place brings back nostalgia. When I was really new to MineZ, this was a place that I used to come a lot. I remember the place quite clearly. It's not bad from what I remember, but definitely not somewhere where you want to spend too much time. This wide open area with, obviously, dead trees. These are stumps, I think. Way back when they were introducing settlements, when they almost introduced them, this was one of the places where you could collect logs. Yeah, you could collect sticks or planks. I can't really remember. But it was definitely one of these areas. It was one of these logs, I think, that one, where you would take your axe and you would actually break it and you'd get an item from it. As you can see, the chests here are really bad. I actually need that. They're mostly just gear up chests, but to be honest, if you're getting those kind of chests here, you might as well have gotten them at Grimdale or somewhere where you can find potions and stuff like that. There's a chest up there, I'll show you how to get it. You climb up this vine here, from what I remember, and you get the chest in the house. I think there's 2, yeah. Food chests, okay, interesting. Another reason this place is unvisited is, well, okay, so I mentioned the fact that the chests are trash, but there's no health potion chests, and that's the same reason why places like Devil's Castle
and Stillwater Moat aren't good either. Honestly, it's just like, hey, okay, you know what? Have fun getting crappy stuff and dealing with zombies. That's actually not bad. That's a rare. But you can't heal yourself unless you cookie heal or, you know, feed yourself. Other than that, though, I really like the build. I like the idea. It's really suiting to MineZ, and I feel like if you play MineZ, you should definitely check out this place. It's been here for ages, as I've mentioned. So yeah, just for the sake of, hey, this is MineZ history right here. Check out the logging camp. It's pretty neato. Coming in at number 4, Riftus.
Okay, so here we are, guys, at Riftus. I don't know. Riftus has always been not a bad place. It's just not exceptionally good, and that's why it is very rarely visited. I just realized I just spawned in, so there's going to be like no chests while I talk. Ooh. Oh yeah, cheated that one. Ooh, nice. All right, so we got that. This is about the only good part of Riftus. Is this little kind of hidey cove. Their little version of a vault or whatever. Don't know if there's anything. I guess a 3-block jump, so let's try it out here. Alright, almost died, not gonna lie. Almost overjumped that. But there is nothing over here. Oh, nice, one chest. Okay, so it looks like a rare chest. So if you're looking for some rare gear, then I guess Riftus is the place to go. But there's much better options in the underground. So this is the ooh, the secret basement. You can actually get it by yourself. Nice. So down here is the secret kind of jails that you can go into. There's a crafting table here, and you actually end up. There's a chest that spawns here. Don't fall into that. Okay. Alright, we are not doing this legit, folks. We're going to Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones almost took an arrow to the knee. Ah. Enjoy the swim. Alright, we made it out okay. So yeah, oh, nice food chest. And there's a crafting table down there, but I am not going back for that. So yeah, that's Riftus, everybody. I guess we're on to the next top 10.
Number 3, Frostine. Next location, as you know, is Frostine. So, Frostine's pretty cool. I've always liked this place, but there's nothing here. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in this like giant tree forest area where they just give their trees steroids. Okay, in the actual building, there is a tool chest that actually, whoa, excuse me, I just burped while trying to continue talking. There is a tool chest that you find in here somewhere. Somewhere. Okay, it's definitely in here, I just haven't been here long enough. Okay, let's check the map. So Frostine is located right here. In this giant cluster of places. There is one chest, and it is spawning in here, so there's definitely not anything here. But I want to, you know what, just for shits and gigs, let's just grapple. Well, I'm going to check the house first, and then grapple up to the top of one of the trees. Because, you know what, why not, right? That's about the only thing you can... Oh, there we go. Hey, whoa, 2 buttons? That's insane. Alright, well, if you're looking for buttons, folks, apparently Frostine's got them. They've stolen all the buttons from the MineZ world, and they've just decided, you know what? Hey, let's throw them in Frostine. Alright, let's see if I can grapple up here. Okay, you ready? We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down and up. Alright, not bad. So you can now see, well, let's get to the tippy top here. Come on. Alright, so we're not getting anywhere. But as you can see, we have a lovely view. You know what I can probably do is just hop down here, and that'll fix it. Oh, hey. Alright, you ready? Nice, risky. Okay, I'm down to like my last pots, so I'm probably not going to live this. But that's cool. Frostine is a pretty cool place. I like the idea. I wish there were more chests up in the trees that you could maybe parkour to. But other than that, is there any cobwebs I can... There's some cobwebs there. Can I make that? That is the question. I don't think so. Are you ready for this? Let's get a double hop jump. Nope, please. Oh boy. Okay. So Frostine's pretty cool.
Number 2, Graveyard.
Graveyard. What's good about it? Absolutely nothing. Why does nobody visit it? Because it's bad. That's basically it. Graveyard is another building or build that's very old, and the only reason it's included on my list is because basically it's got one of those blue name tags. If it didn't, I think it should be considered a minor location, but ooh, achievement, thank you. See, I haven't even visited here before. It's just been that long, and there's nothing really good. You have like a crafting table, this cauldron, there we go, found the word. But other than that, I think there's a couple chests that spawn in here in the actual graves. You used to be able to grave dig when this first came out, which actually made this kind of useful, but now that you can't do that, it's really not worth it coming here at all, actually. The location is, it's not that it's, yeah, it's out of the way. It really is. There's no reason to come over here unless you want to see the graveyard. This is another place that I used to go a lot when I was really new to MineZ, just because it looked really damn cool, and it was like, hey, look, this is a graveyard. It's MineZ. Why not go to it? But no, there's nothing else here. So that's the reason why this made my top 10. It's a useless place, but it is a location nonetheless.
And the least visited location in MineZ is McLowvenville.
McWhatville? You mean there's a town called McLowvenville? Okay, well, let's be honest here. I've never been to this town in my life. I didn't know it existed till 2 months ago, so I'm assuming no one else really goes here. Let's be fair. This place, I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know if it's good. I know nothing about this town. I didn't want to do any research to ruin the surprise, because to me this is like a new location. So I get to see this cool looking snow fort thing for the first time. It's got some pretty nice colors. I don't know what the loot is, but we already have a crafting table here. So boom, craft stuff. I don't even have anything to craft. So we have, it looks more like a fort than a town, to be honest, or a ville. Unless this is Farmville, in which case, sure. So we get some military gear here, but I'm already too cool for that. Looks like there's a whatchamacallit, a chest in every one of these little cabiny things, which I would be correct in assuming. Like, even this town took like forever to find, even though it's on the map, like right here. Wait, right there. Like, why would I go here? It's just bleh. It's like, hey, let's go on the ice river. No, let's go out of my way to go on the ice river. Yeah, I think that's it. McLowvenville is bleh. No wonder nobody comes here. Yeah, I guess this kind of wraps up our top 10 most least visited locations. If you come to these all the time and argue that, oh no, Fridge, you know, this is totally visited every day of my life, then I'll be like, okay, that's cool, I guess. I don't know why you would come to any of these locations, because some of them were pretty bad, let's be honest here. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this top 10 video. I know it might have been a little bit boring, a little bit less than the other top 10, but if you have suggestions for top 10s you want to see in MineZ, or, yeah, in MineZ, just leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys are interested in, and I will certainly do my best and create my top 10. So yeah, I think that just about covers it, and we'll see you all next time.